people brag about coming back to nature, eating fruit, being one with their true essence, their highest self. But when we truly come back to nature, you have to understand that as men, we must realize that you are polygamous and this is your true nature. So you can't go into the jungles and say you're one with nature when you're still practicing European ways of life that was embedded in you, embedded in all of us as generational curses. So yes, this is our true nature, being polygamous. Men are polygamous. If you look at the biology behind it, men constantly reproduce sperm cells, and women can only they only have a chance of getting impregnated. What is it? Ovulation is like 3 days out of a whole month, and when you are pregnant, you cannot get pregnant. You're just sitting there, and the man is constantly reproducing his sperm cells, his information, his DNA to spread his gene. But you're the only woman he's with. That goes against the very essence of a man's purpose, a man's biology. We can't just forget about this true aspect of ourselves. And as women, we have to truly understand that men are polygamous. I know the little Disney fairy tale shows you of like the monogamy, one man and a woman, all romantic, and you know, we have broken families, so we seek attention from whether it's with male figures, because maybe we didn't have our dad, so we're seeking that from another man. So in polygamy, you may subconsciously get jealous because he's giving another woman attention and not you, because it's a generational curse of yours to have the family splitting up. So you know, we crave that attention, so we may get jealous, we're insecure because of that, you know what I mean? So we have to love ourselves. We have to fully understand ourselves, become one with ourselves and whole within ourselves, and love it, be comfortable with it, know who you are, so, and be grounded and stable in who you are, so you won't get jealous because another sister wife of yours is getting more attention that appears separate from you, is getting more attention, but truly that is you. She's bringing something to him that is going to better him that maybe you cannot offer, and that is okay, because what you offer is still important and it's still needed. You can't look at polygamy, you can't look at your sister's wife as separate from you. This is one entity, this is one body, this is one cell. So this cell is doing something, your cell does something. Let's come together and be one thing. Let's stop going into separation, because when you go into separation, you start feeling insecure. The energy is draining, and you're being a cancer cell to the body that is supposed to be one and is supposed to be in harmony with one. So we gotta cut it out. We have to love ourselves. We have to know who we are. Don't close off because you may get jealous. You're insecure because you don't fully love yourself. So we have to love ourselves. It doesn't happen overnight, nope. But you gotta keep on being conscious of what you're doing, especially on this frequency. It's bigger than us. Everything is bigger than us. So don't get caught up in your finite form when you're infinite. Don't separate yourself from yourself. Don't separate yourself from your reality when you're triggered. Be conscious, because we can move subconsciously when we're triggered. We can move subconsciously, and somebody say, oh, you did this because you're doing this. You'd be like, damn, I didn't even peep it. So we really have to be aware of our emotions, because the feminine energy is very chaotic. We feel one thing and we just move off of emotions. So we really have to analyze our thoughts, analyze our emotions. Where are they coming from? Go to the root, fix it. Remind yourself of what you're doing. Change the emotion. Don't act on it, because when you act on the emotions, that's similar to responding when you're drunk, just careless, not thinking, just moving, and that's feminine energy for you. So we have to control it. And being with your divine masculine, being with that man, grounds you as well, because you're not only one with him. Well, to be one with him, you have to be one with his mind, one with his mission, and this is supposed to ground you as a woman, being one with your man. Because as you can see, when you're not one with your man, that's when shit start going crazy. That's when you're not married anymore, because you thinking different. You and your lower self, you being insecure. That's not what you signed up for, and that's not aligned with him. So ask yourself, what are you doing? Are you really committed? You gotta look at yourself. You gotta look at yourself and remind yourself and be conscious, because we running off of subconscious, because in our lower self we just act on emotion. So always be aware. Watch your mind. See a demon from a mile away. You see him talking to another woman, even though you may not feel the emotion right away. Notice that, okay, this a while ago this would bother me, and it's not bothering me right now, but let me just realize that, and let me get the healthy perspective right now before I get bothered. Let me just stay conscious and aware of what this is and what I'm doing, so I won't move subconsciously, so I can be aware, so I won't be used as a weapon against my own man when I'm supposed to uplift him and not emasculate him. So, and this is a woman, this is a part of us tapping into our true essence in the natural world. You know, as we cultivate, we gonna need our sisters to help us raise these children. We gonna need our sisters to help teach these children. We gonna need help, because we gotta take care of our babies and our men, and we gonna need our sister wives. And they make it competitive for women in Babylon. They teach us not to like each other. So we just healing generational curses. We become one with our higher self when we truly tap into nature, and we truly tap into who we are, and we break through these generational curses through polygamy. So stay broad-minded. Don't be a woman that fights against her man. Do you know how much the man has went through in Babylon? Do you know how they treat our gods? Our men, they put them in cells. They demonize them and criminalize them. Do you know how people look at the black man all over the world? And the black woman is going to just go along with that and help tear the black man down. That's not okay. And let us be the ones to uplift them. Don't let the lower self get to you and perpetuate that behavior of breaking our men down, because our men are hurt and we need them and they need us. It's a lot of hurt and pain, hurt in our DNA, pain, and we gotta fix it. We can't keep doing the same thing. We gotta come back to home. We gotta come back to the tropics and get shit right, because we are a beautiful people. We are strong people. We're so talented and we know how to do everything, but they try to put us in a box and cages and try to domesticate us. But we infinite, we God, and fuck that system. Fuck that system. Fuck the lower self. I hate it for what it has done. I'm just thankful that I can see things for what they truly are. And with me being able to even have that knowledge, it's my duty to uphold the morals and principles and not fall to my lower self. It is my duty. So shame on me if I let my lower self thoughts take control of me. Shame on me if I'm not continuously being a role model and set an example to the community to wake up other people. Shame on me. That's why we just have to stay conscious and aware what this is, and aware that what we're doing is bigger than us. I hope you learned something from this message. Came from my heart. I love myself.